Hello everyone, Pockets here, back again playing some more EVE Online. Finally taking another look at Cassandra. We're going to continue our career agents and maybe this episode, maybe the next, get through it all and get on to the next stage, which may or may not be level 1 missions. We're going to see. I might skip missions altogether and just start doing combat anomalies and maybe some... We'll see. We'll see how I do it. I might skip missions altogether. We'll think about it. Let me know what you think down below if I should skip missions and just go straight into combat fighting. Combat anomaly and signatures and that sort of thing. But I definitely want to get this done. Let's take a look at what we have in our redeem queue. For those looking for it, the anomic agent stuff is going to continue, but with the recent patches, I want to look at some of my fits and make sure everything's still good. Hearing from other anomic agent runners, it sounds like maybe they even got a little easier with the patch because our T2 close range ammo now does more damage, and a lot of the fits we use don't rely too heavy on the resists. We'll see. I want to talk to Tateless and look at my fits. I mean, our Garmer is probably fine since it's polarized. At the very least, nothing changes because we were using faction ammo and no resists anyways. So that probably should be just fine. But some of the other stuff, like the Nurgle, I do want to kind of move away from the Nurgle and start looking at some cheaper fits. So I might actually sell the Nurgle back to the market to free up some of that ISK. But we'll talk about that when I go back to the anomic agents, probably a couple days, tomorrow maybe even, when I get my new headset, hopefully. We will see, depending on how delayed that is. Anyways, let's take a look at what we have in the redeem queue. If there's anything we want to bring in, we have a hat. Does Cassandra want to wear a hat? The Destroyer skins we can pull down and just, yeah, we're going to pull these. This one. We're just going to get this skin as well because open container, we got a catalyst, okay. And this one auto applies, so we might as well redeem it because we can't sell it anyways. So I'm just going to get it. It automatically applies to the character. And this is a training accelerator. We have 100 days. Let's save it for now until we get into some of the big stuff. And there we go. All right, the other thing I haven't done is I haven't updated my queue in over a week, so we have actually lost some training time. Let's get some of these important. That one's maxed. Let's throw this 5-day one sort of at the end here. We have a 2-hour energy grid upgrades we can just stick in here. We'll just sort of maximize this. 14 hours is too much, so that puts us at... Without this, we have 4-ish hours, 8-ish hours. So we'll see if we have something under 8 hours that we can stick in there. These are probably not bad. High-speed maneuvering, let's do it. 14 hours is too much, so let's actually get rid of this. We want to get this to as close to 24 as we can. We may have to change some of it, but... so 19, so we put high-speed maneuvering in here. That's 1 day, 1 hour, so that's a little too much. So this is kind of maximizing your queue if you may not log in. We're going to want the Destroyer up to 3 eventually. We don't need Mining Frigate. So yeah, let's get this started. 21, almost 22 hours. I don't care about shields right now. Nope, that's too long. Gunnery. I'm just looking for something that's like an hour or two. We're not going to use missiles. Let's look at drones. What can we do in drones? No. I mean, we could get one of these all bought up, but I'm going to wait. Yeah, it looks like we're okay. Okay, let's throw in... You know what, let's honestly just get this to 3. That'll get us a few days worth of training. So we're going to switch up to a Destroyer, probably an Algos. Wait, we're... Galente? Yeah, probably an Algos here for whatever we're going to do next. Excellent. We have over 1 million skill points that we can trade in as well, so that's good. And this just sits here. I'm going to save it till we get closer to the 5 million. It does count, so it's not like it's saving us room in our skill queue, but I want to use it for some of the bigger trains to shorten those. All right. Sorry, just getting back into it. I've been running the event almost exclusively here for the next while. So what we're going to do is we're going to work towards the last 4 parts of the business. And if we have to wait, if we have to produce something like this tracking deal here, if we have to produce any of these, I'll just start doing the advanced military career. But let's accept this mission. We are going to get mass production, which we won't train. Don't need it. It says following objectives must be completed. It wants a tracking computer. Accept. Oh, we have to go there. We haven't flown to him. So, let's set our destination. 5 jumps. All right. So I will fly us over there, and we will be right back. All right, here we are. Let's take a look. Let's grab up this mission, see what we have to do. We have to get a tracking computer to this location. So I'm going to go ahead and set this now. Basically, it's right where he wants it. That doesn't matter. Accept. So we got to get a tracking computer 1. So let's see if we can find one. We do not have one, do we? Really should just attach all these, but at some point we're going to pack all this up and move somewhere, so we'll see. We do not have a tracking computer 1, so let's buy one from the market. In the market. Now this has changed a little bit. This is they've done some pretty nice things here, so we'll see. If I start typing, it should start filtering automatically. Yeah, there we go. It never did that. That's new. Tracking computer 1 right here. Should be the one we want. Oops, hang on. Cancel that. Another trick you want to do is you want to sort by price ascending, so the cheapest ones go to the top. Always do that so you can find the cheapest version. Now, obviously in this case, it's so minuscule it doesn't matter, right? We're saving 100 ISK. Not really that big a deal, but there we go. So especially helpful if you're going to travel around, like you could find one out here that's, like obviously this one's 3 jumps away. If you want to save the 1,000 ISK, you could go out here and get this one. So typically you want to sort by price, at least to start. And usually when I'm doing buy orders, I sort the other way, highest to lowest, because this is what you're going to sell for. So if I just dump this here, I'm going to get 19 for it. 19,890, right? So sort this one lowest to highest, and this one highest to lowest, and that gives you your best idea of what the value is. And then if you need to look for, like, if you just don't care and you want to go what's in the closest, you can sort by that. But typically I keep this sorted lowest to highest up here and highest to lowest down here, because that's what's most relevant when you're looking to maximize ISK. So we can go ahead and cash that in and get our skill book. That was nice and easy. Let's get the next mission. It wants us to... Here's a mission suited for some of your caliber. Ancient site the pirates are using as some staging. I suspect you also fit a... Suggest you fit a civilian relic analyzer so we can loot it. Okay, that's over here. So we're going to set destination. Okay. Oh, that's because that's where we are. Duh. So we're going to accept that. We're going to put a relic analyzer on our... We're just going to use this ship. We'll go here. Relic. We have 2. We're going to fit the... we already have one on here. No, we can take off the data analyzer. Not that it matters. Do we have anything else that wants to go in the mid slots? Once we get set up at a base of operations, I'll get cans and everything brought over. No, there's nothing we want in our mid slots on that spot anyways, so we're good here. We could go up to a micro warp drive if we want to go faster, but that's okay. This is not our last ship. This is not how I would fit a ship. Let's go do it. A repper deal would be nice, but we'll make do with what we have, right? Other note, let me know what you think of the new camera setup. I've set up my camera differently and went to a sort of, out of necessity more than anything, an off angle. Instead of the camera being directly in my face and limited, I can move it. It's here. It should be better quality, so let me know what you think. Enough rambling about that. It's technical stuff. Let me know if the camera seems any clearer than... And then once we get the new headset, everything should be nice. Get rid of this ugly thing. Yeah, other than that, I've been just in my free time running hunt sites. Been a lot of fun. I still haven't had a chance to get in with the guys and do. We're gonna bounce off this thing. So we're gonna kind of go up here so we don't bounce, hopefully. And then this way. So I did that because if I just hit warp, there was a good chance I was going to bounce off the structure, and that was going to be a pain in the butt. So I just moved myself up, and then don't have to worry about it. To avoid that altogether, just let's chase these guys because we got drones. These shouldn't be too hard. It's training missions, right? So what's our range on these? We're using railguns out to 6 kilometers. So we're going to afterburner out to him. The drone should make short work of him anyway. So we're actually going to go hack this gate. We will orbit this at 500. That keeps us nice and close because we have to be within 5,000. I don't know if there's going to be any more rats, but we're going to hack this thing, I guess, is what it wants me to do. Or are we jumping this one? Don't see anything here. Drones are in. Okay, so we're jumping this gate. Catapulting ourselves deeper into dead space. So dead space works. If I was to bookmark here and then try to warp it, if this is true dead space right now, I would actually end up warping to... Oh, I want these on my... There it is, okay. So let's orbit this at 500 again. Let's lock these guys up. Let's get our drones out. Afterburner on, so we're speed tanking a little bit. And we'll shoot them if they're under, like, 9. So F is the hotkey by default to tell your drones to attack your highlighted target, for those that don't know. So if you've got a ship targeted and you want to shoot it with your drones, that's how you do that. This should keep us in range, hopefully. So let's target this thing up. And we'll hack it. We'll leave our drones out in case we get some friends, and we're just going to go. So within 4, so it could be anywhere. In 3. Kind of should have done this one, duh. So we all know it's this way. Kill this one. I went through this in a little more detail in my previous video, so if you want to see me talk about it a little bit, look there. I am going to intend to do some hacking as well as an alpha in the beginning, just as fun stuff that we can do. So return our drones. Wow, we got all sorts of data cores. And we'll dock up at home. Drones are in. Off we go. Turn off the afterburner so we can align better, but it won't matter at this point, I don't think, because we're already aligning. And we bounced off the structure, so we'll just give it a second. If I had the afterburner off sooner, I may have warped before hitting that structure, but the bounce threw us far enough out that it shouldn't be a problem now. There we go. If you guys do see something, because again, I am a vet. I have a pretty good grasp on the basic core mechanics, so if you see something that you don't understand, ask me. I'm trying to remember to talk about these things, bouncing off the structure, that sort of thing. But if you do see something, tell me. I'll talk about it in the next video if I remember. And I am kind of building a list of things to talk about and do like an alpha primer. My thoughts on, or alpha, Nubro primer. First, my thoughts on just how to get into EVE and how to approach things so you don't burn out, stress out, get frustrated and quit before you really get into it. Just my thoughts there, but also answering questions that may not be answered thoroughly in my other stuff. So if you're a new player or even a vet that sees something that maybe a new player doesn't know, shoot me the question. Even if I don't answer it in chat down below, I'll talk about it in a future video. Hit me up on my Discord. My link to my Discord, pocketsdk.org. There'll be a link there to my Discord. The Malro Discord is a place you can go and ask those questions or send them to me. I don't mind receiving DMs. If you have I may not reply, but DM me your question. I will definitely jot it down. One thing just of note is I don't friend people I don't know. So if you send me a friend's request and it feels like I'm ignoring it, that's because I just do ignore those unless I know who you are. It's just a housekeeping thing that I have to do. But yeah, definitely reach out to me. Don't be afraid to DM me. Worst case, I don't answer the DM, but I will get the message. I do try to answer everything, but you know, it's hard. Request another mission. This is number 8. We're almost there. So please take it to this place. So this is a traveling mission. we have to go one whole jump. We're going to get this limited social adaptation chip, so we're going to talk about those, for those that don't know them. I don't have any already, right? I thought maybe I did get one. Let's see. I don't see any, so that might be our first one. I thought we got one for every stage. Do I already have some plugged in? Did I already talk about these? I got one. Okay, well, we'll talk about them again. Because I think maybe I plugged that in but didn't actually... weird. This is the piece we need. Let's not forget to put that in our ship. And let's go. So I'd like to finish this up in this episode. We're at about 10 minutes, so I might get a start on the military career as well. Just to get us up to our 20 minutes, but we'll see how long it takes us to actually finish this. Let's go to our travel. So I have different filters. This one I don't want by distance, I want by... Same here, by tag. By tag, there we go. Sorting by tag keeps things organized a little better. If we're in combat, and we have it sorted by distance, they move around the distance and it can be hard to find things. I usually use distance by scrolling out and using this deal here. So you can see what's close to you. It's a little quicker than trying to read the numbers. And I sort my tabs by this tag. Or if I'm in a fleet, I sort it by this one as well. So it puts the ones with the FC tags to the top. But typically I want to sort by tags. It keeps my important stuff to the top. Or it seems to work that way anyway. Alright, so we are all docked up. Let's cash this mission in and get rolling. We're going to do 9 and 10. We're going to do this pretty quick, it looks like. So one of the things you can do, and I'm not going to do it, is there's these missions. There's the military, advanced military, exploration, business, and industry. And you get the 5 missions from 5 different agents as your career starting agents. It's kind of a tutorial. You get a few things. One of the things you can actually do is... What? Must have given it to me back at home base. Anyway, one of the things you can actually do is do the missions for each of the agents. You can do 5 sets of these missions, or 4 sets. There's more career agents. You can do all of them. And if you do that, you have enough to start running like level 2 or level 3 Sisters of Eve missions right off the hop. But I don't want to do that. So it is something you can do. It has been stated as a thing. If you really just want to really get a grasp on it and gather all the materials, I mean, you get all the ship hulls multiple times, so it can put you into stuff, and that way if you're losing ships, you have backups. And I can't request it, right? I got to fly to him. Now I want to see... I thought it said it was going to give me... an implant. It's right there. Okay, so it gave it to me at my home base. Okay. That's good. That means we don't leave these things laying around. That's probably actually a better way to do it. So that these implants don't get scattered around. I thought we got one for each set, which means we got an incomplete set of 5 when we were done, but I don't seem to see them. Just the one. Okay. So let's take a look at these while we're flying. So social limited. So these are the base ones. There's up to 5 tiers. You can see this one gives us a +1 bonus to charisma. Every tier gives that bonus increased. What this basically does is your character has attributes. Right now I left mine default. And these determine how quickly you train skills. Okay. There's some math to it. If you I did a video on skill training previously, so if you want to see a little more detail, look that up. But basically just to know that it increases your speed on training. So it's good to have a set of these laying around. I have a couple sets. So the base implants just do a stat. And then there's pirate implants. I can show you these on the market. So for example, Asclepions here. So you can see there's low, mid, and high. These are expensive, so, I mean, be wary, but, like, for example, these low-grade ones give a 2% to perception, but they also give a relevant bonus. So Asclepion are for armor repair amount, so you get a 1% bonus to your armor repair amount, and then a secondary is 2.5% to the bonus of all other secondary effects. Right, so as you build up the full set, these stacks. So you have your alpha, which goes into slot 1, beta, Charlie Delta, goes down the list up to omega, which is your slot 6. So your 5 are for your 4 basic, or your 5 basic attributes. So there's willpower 3% to repair amount, and then a cumulative 2% bonus on top of it. So if you build the whole set, you get a sweet bonus to armor repair. And then the omega, which is like your major one, a 10% bonus to all Asclepian secondary effects, but it doesn't have an attribute. And it's typically, it's typically the more expensive of them. And then the high set, so that's your lowest 3. So you have your training implants, like we have, will be 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, 5 for your pirates. If we go to Ocul, so you have your limited, which is the one that we just got, I believe. These are kind of like your civilian level ones. So limited social implants. And then you have your ocular basic, improved, and standard. So basic should be +3. Improved is +5, that's the big one. And then standard is +4, right? So limited is +1, 3, 4, 5. Getting to at least +3s isn't usually too bad. A full set of +3s isn't typically that expensive. 13 million if you do the buy it from here. Getting up to even the improved, which is +5s, can be a little much. Definitely go to a market for these, find them for a better price. You can usually do the whole set for like 500 million. That gives you +5, that's the maximum. So I usually have a set like this laying around that I jump into when I'm not flying anything dangerous or I don't need a specific clone. But oh, this is the +2, right? So the limit is 1 and beta should be the +2. Yeah, that's how it works. So limited beta, basic, standard, improved. Anyways, I ramble on. That increases your training speed. I try to leave because I'm very eclectic and I sort of just train what I need as I need it. So I sort of just leave my attributes basic for the most part. Again, check out my video on skill training, gives that a little more detail, looks at things like using Evemon to maximize your training plan and what attributes to do and where to change them and stuff like that. I don't want to go into that. That's a whole topic. It's not a perfect video, but it's good enough for a basic understanding of how it works. And yeah, that'll get you rolling. This is number 9. Another expanded cargo hold, and they want 2 1 meganewton afterburners accept. So if we don't have a blueprint for those, we're just going to buy them. So we have a civilian, we have this one, and I think we have one on our ship. Can we have our ship? I clicked it. Yes, we'll just do that. And we'll switch this to, because it doesn't matter. We got to repackage it though. I think it wants it packaged. And then we'll switch this to a micro warp drive. So, enduring and restrained. We're going to put the enduring. Not that it really matters. And we'll talk about fitting when we get into actually fitting ships. I don't want to get into it here. Once we start actually fitting up our first destroyer for whatever we're going to do next, we'll talk about them. Okay, so we completed that mission. Last one. 1,000 units of antimatter, and it wants us to build them, so we will do that. And we're going to get a Neurus when we complete the missions. That's another hauler. That's excellent. So accept the mission. It wants how many? Crap. 1,000 rounds of T1 antimatter? Yes. Okay. So we're going to do that through the industry window. Industry. Antimatter. We are short on the Nox. And how many is this going to give us? Times 100. We want 1,000, so we want 10 runs. So we can view market details. Is it going to let us buy it locally? Yes, someone was nice enough to stash some for us, so we need 10 total units. So let's buy them. Now we could also go mine for it. Oops, did I just buy 11? I just bought 11. And we are short how many here? About 300. I'm not going to do the math. 334. I just did the math. I wasn't gonna. Trit, eh? Do we have anything we can reprocess before? Because Trit's pretty common. Negative, okay. We can try and get some trit out of our modules. So if we apply, repackage all, stack all, unless just for the fun of it, so we don't have to haul too much. I don't think we get anything for reprocessing civilian crap. No, you can't even do it. Do we want to reprocess everything? Or we just want to buy the trit? We're just going to buy the trit. We need 334. It's nice and cheap anyway. 334, right? Nice. Okay. Then we can start the job. It is going to take us 47 minutes. So, start there. It's going to run. It's in our jobs queue. Did I not? What did I do? No, I wanted 10 runs. Weird, okay. There we go. There we go, 47 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here, and I'll bring us back when this is done. I could run the entire advanced military career, but I think that's going to be 2 parts of its own. So I'll be right back when this is done. All right, and we are back, and I think our job is done. Excellent. So we can cash this baby in and finish up this mission. Let's see what we got here. That was just a fleet window, don't worry about that. We are complete. The business mission, it is over. All done. We now have 2 Neuros, because why not? 2 Neurosi? Neurosises? But that's it. We finished up the business career. We got it all handed in. And now we're ready to move on to the advanced military career and finish up this agent and then decide where we're going to go from there. I'm trying to decide if I want to just run frigates, either up until I can do a cruiser, or if I want to run like an Algos for a little while. So we'll figure that out by the end of our advanced military career. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. As always, don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section down below. And as always, we'll see you all next time. Take care, and I'm out of here.